Hey guys, it's Crypto Mary. She does it all, a little bit of everything. As you all know, my channel is based on crypto, but I also discuss different topics, different stuff. I also have a gossip and reaction, Marie's take. I have not posted anything as up to like 6 months, and I'm gonna try to go back there. But anything that I feel important that I should mention or talk about, I recorded on this one because I have more traffic going on. So the minute I'm ready to go back to my gossip and reaction, I'll do so. But for now, I'm just gonna have to post crypto and other topics that I feel like matter to all of us. Okay. I don't know if you guys watch housewife reality shows. I used to be hooked to those shows, and now I have better things to worry to care for, which is the crypto. So I don't watch them as I used to. But this housewife of Atlanta, Dora, files for divorce, citing infidelity from her husband. Now, from the time that I used to watch the show, if anybody watched the show, you will feel like this young lady is a beautiful young woman, and the man is a handsome young man. But at the same time, she was thirsty. She was never pleased. She was never satisfied. I remember seeing one scene where the guy surprised her with a secret dinner, take her out, buy her the dress, make it look so nice, and she still was crying, was not pleased with the whole thing. She still had doubts and ruined the whole dinner for herself and the guy. She brought some stuff to the table that did not matter at that moment. And how much can look, I'm not for any of them. I'm just letting you know, as a woman, whenever a man trying to do something good for us, we always have to ruin it by bringing some old wounds to the table or to a special moment. Why do we do that? Seriously, it's just a question. Why do we bring old wounds to a fresh start, a fresh beginning of trying to repair a relationship? I don't know why, but even a blind man can see this young lady was not gonna survive this relationship, because I remember the guy initially wanted to adopt her son, but then later on he changes his mind. He said he was not gonna do it anymore, and that the young lady was devastated by the news. And I also respect the fact the young man had a conversation with the biological father of her son. So based on what they discussed, he realized that the biological father still want to be a father to his son, still be a part of his son's life. But Drew Sedora wanted a different path, wanted to X the guy out of her lavish life now, and wanted to only be her husband, and the family they have now, which is ridiculous. To all women, we have had past that was not so pleasant, that was not so nice, that we have to relive, that we have to now say, damn, what was I thinking sleeping with this fool? I'm sorry, guys. What was I thinking? Did I even think about it? How did I get pregnant by somebody like that? How did I even mess my life up being with somebody like that? But that was our past. That was our moment. That was life. You cannot erase that. I feel like Drew Sidora wanted to erase her ex in her life. And the way for her to do that is to have her current husband, adopted her son. And the guy was smart enough to go have a conversation with a biological father and realize the men love the child and the men still want to be a part of the child life. So this lady, I know it was coming, and I don't know why she's so insecure. She's a beautiful young lady. She has talent, but for some reason she still feel like she's not enough for her husband. I don't know if it's because her husband was cheating with I don't know if it's a white woman or not, but usually if your partner cheat on you with somebody other than your own kind, you feel, I don't know, for some reason, I can't speak for all women, but you feel less than. It's like, what this person has that I don't have? What can I do to please this man? What can I do to bring this man home? In reality, it doesn't matter what you do, man. The fool gonna do him. So at the end of the day, just get yourself together, stand up, put your pants on, and say, man, screw that. I'm gonna do me, he's gonna do him. But at the end of the day, it's easy said than done. Once you really love this person, you really into them, you just see that maybe it will work if you put the effort into it. But it takes two to tango. You cannot make it work on your own. It has to be two people that wants to make it work, go to counseling, and see there was a reason to make it work, and this is how you're gonna do it. Anyhow, when I watched the show, the time that I used to do it, I knew this was not gonna survive because she was too needy. I remember they went on a trip in Jamaica and they were running and she fractured her ankle, and it felt like it was the best time in her life because she get the attention she needed from her husband, which is ridiculous. You don't have to hurt yourself to get attention from somebody you love. I was like, oh God, this is not going to make it to the next level, because you don't have to put so much effort into somebody that cares for you, that love you, that you love, that you care for. It should be mutual. It should be respect, love, understanding. But I didn't know behind the scene the guy was cheating on her. That's the reason why she felt like she had to do certain things to bring the men to the table, because the men never respected her the level she would want to. So let me see the whole story. Let me see if I can read anything else, because I was just giving you my opinion, yeah, on how I feel about the whole thing. We don't have to be so needy, especially if we are. It looks like the guy was not even working. He was living off her wealth, her money. Okay, let me read the story. Real Housewife of Atlanta's Dora files for divorce from Ralph Pittman, beats him to court by 1 hour. What that's supposed to mean, I don't care. We've got a mess on our hands in Atlanta. People exclusively broke the news yesterday that Dora and Ralph Pittman from the Housewives of Atlanta are headed for divorce. Initially, the headlines seemed like Ralph filed for divorce. That's what I thought. That's what I saw when I read it. I thought he was the one filed for divorce. Then the following day, when I read something else, it says she filed for divorce. Okay, so let's see. Initially seemed like Ralph filed for divorce from Drew. However, and surprising update from TMZ, it turns out that Drew actually filed first. She beat him to court by an hour. There was a lot to unpack here. Ralph and Drew have been married for 9 years, and we've had a front row seat to the marital issues and Raw for the last 2 seasons, although we've always tend to side with the Real Housewife in a divorce. There are technically two sides of these stories. We'll start with Drew's. In a statement Drew shared, after 8 years of wholeheartedly fighting for my marriage, I have made the organizing decision to release my husband with love. Although Ralph and I have decided to move forward separately, the hope is to remain friends so that we can co-parent responsibly. In spite of our very public life, I am asking for privacy during this difficulty time as my children and I learn how to navigate through our new beginning, she said. Per people, she sound like Angelina Jolie, people with money, like big stars and shit. According to legal docs, the court received Drew's divorce petition on February 27 at 1:10 p.m. In the petition, she listed the separation date as February 23rd. Meanwhile, the court stamped Ralph's petition as received on February 27th at 2:11 p.m. Do the math. That's just 61 minutes after Drew's. You can't help but imagine the two of them racing through the streets of Atlanta, right? Trying to get to the courthouse. Or maybe Ralph had to make a pit stop in Tampa. Either way, he lists the separation date as February 19, a slight discrepancy from Jews. Oh God. In a separate statement, Ralph also asked for privacy amid the divorce, which is hard when you are famous. Still, he said to people, "Unfortunately, we have made the difficult decision to move on to our next chapters, independent of each other. Drew and I have decided to file for divorce. We have 3 amazing young children, and their mindset and growth is what is most important. As we navigate this difficult time, I ask that you please respect our privacy." Again, they sound like big stars. I didn't know they were that big. They were just housewives of Atlanta or whatever. Anyhow, I had already let you guys know how I feel about the whole thing. I don't know who he's cheating with, but when you look at this guy, he's a really good looking guy. And when you see them like that, it doesn't matter how much you do for them, respect them, love them. When they are that good looking, they never find it enough to be with one of us sisters. They have to go somewhere else and find somebody else outside our race to feel complete, to feel, I don't know, I can't speak fully on that because I don't know who he's cheating with. But good looking brothers like that, they have a problem, they have an issue, they don't feel comfortable holding our hands. It seems like they feel complete when they are with others. And again, I can see from miles this was coming. Dora is too needy, always crying, always doubting the marriage, always messing up the good moment by bringing sad moment. You know what, at the end of the day, and I think she said she almost dated LeBron James or something. Listen, like, to be famous, to find fame, you don't have to bring lies to the table. You don't have to act like you've been around celebrities or you've been with celebrities to get fame. Listen, you guys have kids, get it together. You don't have to be together, and be there for the kids. That's it. Subscribe and let me know how you feel about that whole thing. Even a blind man can see this marriage was not gonna survive. The guy is too good for himself. The woman is too needy for herself. It was not going to work, and I'm surprised it lasts 8 to 9 years. Just be there for the kids. Keep it moving. Subscribe. Bye.